We got a surprise before the year ends, and that surprise comes in the form of a question. Are you ready to pay $10 for gas? Oh, it's coming, folks, and boy, are people not going to be ready for this.
Residents of California, they are already feeling the squeeze. Gas prices causing major pain at the pump. ABC's Derek Dennis joins us now with some efforts to change that. Derek, good morning. We're talking over $8 a gallon.
Absolutely, Janae. $8 a gallon for regular unleaded. That's the staggering price in some areas of California. And drivers are frustrated, parking their cars or feeling forced to just pay up. The national average, about $3.82 a gallon. California's average, more than $6 a gallon if you're lucky, but topping $8 a gallon if you're not. Prices up 80 cents across California in just the last month. And here's why. Gas prices are tied to the global oil market, where it's all about supply and demand. Oil-producing countries like Saudi Arabia have been cutting back on supply, driving up oil prices.
But wait, what about the fist bump? I thought that we were in the clear when that majestic event happened. But for anybody who's new here, yeah, I can be a little bit sarcastic because a lot of us, and I mean a lot of us, knew that the fist bump and that trip to Saudi Arabia really wasn't going to do jack for gas prices. And here's the part where people realize, oh shoot, does this mean that inflation will go up? Oh, you bet it will. That is, if nothing is done to hopefully move away from this kind of price hike. But again, guys, we don't have oil here, or at least some people would like us to think that we don't. I mean, why else would we just completely outsource this stuff, right? Now, some experts are saying that $8 might actually be cheap for gas. We could be looking at even higher prices with crude oil possibly going up as high as $140 per barrel, or like I said, guys, for some areas of the country, around $10 a gallon. Ouch. And when did we last see prices like this? Oh yeah, back in June of 2008 when crude oil hit a record $141.71 a barrel. But the factors back then might be considered tame compared to what we have now. I mean, we got an amazing economics plan in place right now, right? Tell you what, we'll know for sure what people really think about it, but do you see prices easing up anytime soon at the pump? Comment a quick yes or no down in the comment section down below. And while you guys are at it, go ahead and smash the like button for the video. We really need everyone to be aware of these warnings. And if you guys want to stay updated on everything that's happening here at home and beyond that affects our lives directly, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications. I appreciate that, guys.
Right now, there's a lot of talk about how much gas and oil is produced in the U.S. Biden critics are quick to write things like this: Biden needs to unleash American energy production. While Jen Psaki, his press secretary, argues that U.S. production of natural gas and oil is rising and approaching record levels. So let's verify, how much gas and oil do we produce in the U.S. and how does it compare to past years? Our sources are the Energy Information Administration and a pair of energy experts, Mark Finley from Rice University and Robert Weiner from the George Washington University. So let's get to the data. The EIA has this graph showing yearly crude oil production in the U.S.
I mean, you'll see that U.S. oil production peaked in around 1970.
Our two experts walked us through the data, pointing out that for some 30 years, between the 70s and the 2000s, U.S. production was dropping.
The United States was in steady decline because it's basically been drilled out.
Our experts say that this all changed in the mid-2000s due to the so-called Shale Revolution. Techniques like hydraulic fracturing or fracking caused a huge spike in production of oil in the U.S.
That Shale Revolution took place across successive administrations of both Democrats and Republicans.
So let's get to the latest numbers. In 2021, there were over 4,082,000,000 barrels produced in the U.S. That's only lower than 2020 and the peak in 2019. Weiner says the decrease over the last 2 years was due to the global pandemic.
With demand way down, production needed to go down also. So the oil companies produced less. They were very unprofitable.
So we could verify that the U.S. production of oil and gas is down from 2019, but it's far greater than it's been for nearly all of American history.
So getting back on topic, the rising gas prices may eventually lead to even more people adapting to the norm, right? I mean, what's holding people back from buying electric vehicles? Oh yeah, they're horribly expensive. Like, you know something's up when manufacturers cut prices multiple times just to get a sale, right? And y'all know that it's game over, or at least close to it, when your own CEO trashes his own product.
We dug our own grave with Cybertruck. It is going to require immense work to reach volume production and be cash flow positive at a price that people can afford. It will take, I don't know, a year to 18 months before it is a significant positive cash flow contributor.
So if they've dug their own grave with the Cybertruck, what are the expectations? Where does Tesla go from here in terms of the next leg up in terms of growth?
You know, really, I'm shocked that he would say something like this. The Cybertruck, and he mentioned it in another part of the earnings call as well, the Cybertruck could be the leading source of cash flow for Tesla in the future. But of course, when you ramp a new product, it's going to burn money at first. Of course, when you have a new innovative product that nobody's created before, that you have to create the systems for, the new parts for, whatever, of course it's going to be expensive at first. But a way to phrase this much better would be, look, we are the only pure play EV in North America that is actually profitable on the cars we sell. We're going to reinvest that profit into making what could be the greatest vehicle ever manufactured, the Cybertruck.
I love that guy's optimism, but I think that Elon Musk is just keeping it real. He understands that not many people within the next year and beyond will be able to afford this EV, and that's mainly due to interest rates. So yeah, price cuts aren't really making them as profitable because not a lot of people can afford their cars. Which leads me to this question. Are we in a recession? I know it's kind of a weird question given that it's obvious that we're in a downturn, but like none of the people who's supposed to announce a recession has done so this entire year. It's like they forgot about the term. Granted, they did change the meaning of it completely, but still, like, what the heck are we in right now? Is this another transitory phase of the economy? That can't be. I mean, like, it's not that transitory when we're seeing real estate, and I'm talking about commercial real estate here, all right? It's not transitory when we see commercial real estate selling for half off. Remember when this happened early this year?
I do think that the hollowing out of the downtowns in the United States and elsewhere in the world is going to be quite significant and quite unpleasant. I think the country will get through it all right, but as they say, it will often involve a different set of owners.
Yeah, and the buildings don't go away, but
the owners do.
And like I said a while ago, we're seeing the downpour on commercial real estate with owners selling at huge losses because let's face it, guys, there are parts of the country where business is either on life support or they're already done. Get this, foot traffic in metropolitan areas is down by either 10% to 20%. And what makes it worse is that it's down by that much compared to pre-pandemic levels. Office attendance is also down by 30% before the virus. And that's because some employers actually have workers that can actually deliver even when they're at home. And the sad part for these office spaces is that demand for them may have plummeted by more than 20% in 2030 compared to 2019. Now, the bad news is going to be spread throughout landlords and lenders, and well, these are now slowly being categorized as the bad loan section. But don't you just love how things seem to be like narrated as good whenever you turn on the news? Because y'all know me, I could be a little bit sarcastic at times, but I'll always deliver the truth, no matter how bad it might be. So let me know, guys, what do you think is going to happen to our economy within the next few months? And will we ever be told that we're in a recession? Or will it take a depression to hear that announcement? Sound off in the comments down below. And before I go, guys, I want to thank you guys for spending time with me. Thanks for dropping a like for the video. Thank you for subscribing. Keep safe, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one.